Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning, Ankit.
Good morning. We'll start in couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure. So, are we discussing that day 7 assignment Ankit, today?
Yeah, we will discuss few questions. Yeah.
Yeah, because I tried a couple of stuff, but whatever we studied or discussed, I'm not able to finish completely. Since half 50% I'm completing that
Yeah,
first
that's
question.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I was not expecting every one of you to solve those questions because those are really good questions. So, but I also wanted everyone to try to
yeah,
understand, what kind of questions will be asked.
right, right.
That's fine if you are not able to solve it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So we will start from the question number 1, right? You want to discuss all the questions or particularly some questions?
Question 1 and 2. 3 no, 2 I resolved it. 1 and 3.
Okay. 1 and 3 are, yeah. And let's see, 4th, 5th, 6th. 5th, you guys are able to do it?
No. Fifth,
Yes.
couldn't understand.
Okay. I'll discuss 5th as well. And I think rest of them are not that tough. So first, second, and fifth we will discuss today. Okay. This is not just about assignment. You will learn a lot of things when I solve these questions. Okay. So yeah, very important questions. So let's start. So first is we have this table, right? Let me create this table. And we need to produce this output: team name, number of matches played, number of wins, number of losses. Okay. So let's go here and create this data. Okay. I'll just remove this for now. Okay, so we have a typical tournament you can consider, right? match between India, Sri Lanka, winner is India. Similarly, we have 5 matches in this table and we can have any number of rows. Now what we want team name, matches played, wins and losses, right? So basically what will be the answer for India? It will be how many matches played? 1, 2 matches played by India, right? So total matches played is 2. And wins, India winning here as well as here. So 2 and losses will be 0, right? This is how it is. Similarly for other teams, right? So that is the expectation. Now, if you look at this table, right? Now a team name can be from here or can be from here, right? It is not necessary India will be in the column 1 always. So if I take all the teams from here, right, it doesn't mean I'm considering all the team, because maybe one of the team is only in team 2 column, right? So first of all, I need a list of all the teams, right? So if I need a list of all the teams, what I have to do? Select team_1, right? From, I just remove it for now.
You'll do a union all.
Yeah, so tell me, should I do union or union all to get all the teams?
Union all.
Union.
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 Union, right? Because union all will give duplicates. Let's do it. Why it is giving me error?
Case sensitive, Ankit.
Why it is case sensitive? I created a new table now.
Maybe a database.
Now it is fine. No. Database is Namaste SQL.
It's alias as team.
Still it is giving error. Interesting. Okay, let me fix it quickly. Oh, I think, I got it. Okay, it is case sensitive and I have given here in the capitals, right? Let me create it again quickly, otherwise this will keep haunting. Our database is case sensitive now, right? Oh. Okay, so I'll just change it to small everything. Should be fine now. Okay. Now it is fine, I think. Okay, so I will take team 1 as team name, union, team 2 as 2 name. Okay, if I do union all, what will happen? I will get all 10 rows. So India is repeating, right? Everything I'm getting. So if I do union, I will get the unique team names, right? I got the unique name. There are 6 teams. So basically in my output, there will be 6 rows, right? Because for each team, I want a row, and along with team name, I want number of matches, number of losses, number of wins, right? This is how I have to go. Now, if you look at carefully, how to decide a winner, how to decide that a team has won. If the team name and the winner name is same, right? That's when we can say that team has won, and we can give a flag as win flag, right? Isn't it? In this query itself, if I can create another flag saying that if team 1 is equal to winner, then give it a win flag, and then later we can aggregate that flag, right? So let me do this along with the team name. I'm saying case when, right? Case when team underscore 1 equal to winner, then 1, else 0 and, right? As win flag. So I'm creating a flag now where I'm saying if team 1 equal to winner, then 1, else 0, right? Let me show you quickly. I will take winner as well for now and run this. If you see, I got win flag 1 only for this one. Everywhere else it is 0. Because team 1 is not equal to winner, right? Similarly, if I do this for the second one, and this time this is team 2, right? Here we are talking about team 2. If I run this again, this is my team 2, right? And here it is 0 because the India one, in the above one we got first one 1 flag, and here we are getting 1 1 1 1 1, right? So now along with team name, we got a flag also that that team won that match or not, right? I don't need winner now. I just need these 2 flags, right? Along with that, we need how many number of matches played as well, right? So I can just say count of 1 as, or let's not keep it for now. Just keep these 2 columns and I'm going to run this. Now tell me one thing, here I should do union or union all now.
Union all, I think,
Okay, why?
because you need all the right. I mean, all the row by row, right?
Right.
Yeah,
We need all this data.
union
right?
all because India is on team 1 and team 2 both.
Right. So we know it both the win. We want to consider everything, right? We don't want to remove duplicates. Even if a team lost in both the matches, even we want to count both the matches, right? So we will do union all here. So we got the team name and the win flag, right? Sri Lanka 0, South Africa 0. So we have got for all the matches, all the team, and against them win flag. So if you see, there are 5 win flag, right? There were 5 matches in total and 5 lose flag, right? So now what I can do, so now next what I can do, I can just use the data to aggregate, right? So what I should do now? Can someone tell?
Take this in a subquery. I don't know if it's covered or not.
Yeah, subquery is not covered. But do we have any other way of solving this question?
Yeah, this is where only I start actually. Like after
Yes.
this.
Same here. Ankit, like CT subquery or what else?
Yeah, I didn't try it at all.
Should we do the sum of the cases as well? Now aggregate the cases.
Yeah, I can aggregate, but again, there will be 2 rows separately for some teams, like for India, right? That will be a problem, isn't it?
Yep.
So we are here, but again, we are not able to convert them into 1 row. Can we do it using joins?
Left join.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Self join.
No?
Can be done, but
Just think about it. So I need to get join with the winner, right?
Yeah, take like team name from the first table and second table, compare the winner.
Yeah,
Inner
but
join?
ultimately we need a list of all the teams. So we have to do union. We cannot ignore that, right?
Hmm.
So I need to get all the teams first of all. Team underscore one as team name from ICC World Cup, right? So this will give me all the teams. I think we will have to use subquery here somewhere, CT or subquery, right? Even in this approach. So if I get the team name, I still need to union it somewhere. Without that, it won't work. Okay. Okay, let's park this question. I think we will have to use subquery. I thought using joins we can do, but we will have to use CT or subquery here. Without that, it won't work, even with joins. Okay, let's park it. We will shortly discuss subquery and solve it back. Okay.
Ankit, shall we inner join tables with union considering the union function also?
Inner join here
No, no.
individually.
Yeah, while using the union, shall
Mhm.
we the tables while using the union?
Yeah, so what I'm asking, should I do join here separately, or you want a complete join on this result?
Yeah, complete join on this.
Yeah, if I need to do a complete join, I will have to use subquery, which is not covered yet. That's why I'm saying we will come back to it shortly. Okay. Yeah.
Ankit, I have one question. Can we do something like one query for matches played, one for number of wins, and one for number of losses, and something like that, and then join all of them based on the team name?
Yeah, we can do that. And but for that, again, we will have to use subquery, right? To get all the teams, I will have to write this query, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And this I will have to use as subquery, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. So yeah, subquery or CT we will need definitely here. Okay. Yeah. We'll come to it. That's fine. Let's discuss next question. We want to discuss question number 2, right? Not 2, sorry. Question number 3. Okay. Let's create this quickly. Okay. And I think this is already there. Let me drop it. Okay. Let's start from drivers. Okay. So let's understand the problem again. So we have driver ID, right? So we have you can say some Uber or any taxi company, they have this table where they have driver ID. Okay. And for each ride, each row represents one ride and the start time of ride and time of ride, right? And we have then start location, end location of that ride. Then this is second ride for this guy. Start time, end time, start location, end location. And similarly, for all of them we have, right? Similarly, for driver 2, we have only 2 rides. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to find total number of rides for each driver and number of profit rides. What are profit rides? Profit rides are where end location of a ride is immediately same as start location of next ride, right? If you see, the end time and start time also are same. So end location is start location of immediate next ride. It is not that this and this are not qualified for profit rides, right? Because they are not immediate rides. So basically they are profit rides because driver don't have to go anywhere else. He is ending this trip and immediately from the same location he is starting next trip, right? So this is considered as profit rides. So for driver one, how many profit rides are there? Only one, because here B and B are same, right? This is not same, this is not same, this is not same. So these are not profit rides. For this guy, there are total 2 rides, but there is no profit ride because this and this are different, right? Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, if you look at this table, one thing is easy. If I need to get total right, I can just do count one as total rights, right? Group by ID. So this will give me total rights, right? This is simple, 5 and 2. But the problem is getting profit rights. Now, if we look at this at row wise, we cannot get this, right? Because we have to look at next row somehow. If I'm looking at first row, I cannot tell if it is a profit ride or not. By looking at individual rows, I cannot tell that this is a profit ride or not. I need to look at the next ride as well along with this ride. Then only I can tell it is a profit ride or not, right? Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Right. So what I need to do, I need to do one more instance of this table I required now, right? So let me create one more instance of this. And run this now. Okay. Now, if I do a self join here, right? So on what column I need to do self join? I can join on driver ID equal to driver ID, right? ID equal to ID. And then what I can do, I can say the end location of this table should be equal to start location of this table, right? This is what I can say. When I do a self join, I will say the end location of this table equal to start location of this table. Obviously, I am joining on driver ID also, right? So this and this, these rows will be joined, right? Similarly, this one and this one will also be joined, but that is a problem, right? If this and this are joined, but that is wrong. That is not a profit, right? So I need to join on time as well. That end time of this should be equal to start time of this. If I do these two joins, only this row and this row will be joined, right? If I put these 3 conditions, this row and this row will be joined, right? Sorry about it. Just think about it. If I do a self join in these 2 tables and my join condition is the ID of this table should be equal to ID of this table, and location of this table should be equal to start location of this table, and end time of this table should be equal to start time of this table. So only these 2 rows will be joined, the row number 1 of this table and row number 2 of this table. Isn't it?
Okay,
Yes.
do we need to join the
There could
end
be an
location
issue.
as well?
Sorry?
Or do we need to join the end location as well, or joining ID and end time will suffice?
But it is not necessary that if the time is same, the location will also be same, right? Not necessary.
Okay, correct.
Yeah, but if the locations are same, the time will be same.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me do a join and then it will be more clear. Okay, so let me do this D1 and I will do a inner join first and show you inner join. D2.
can join only for end and start time, right? Why we have to join that end time and start time?
Sorry, come again.
Ankit, can you hear?
Yeah,
Hello?
tell me.
Yeah. Why we can join only for end time and start time, right? Why we have to join the end right and start right? Why we have to joining that end time and start time?
Because if I join on start on the locations only, then C and this ride will also get joined, right? But they are not consecutive rides.
So that is at 10:30 and this is at 12:30, 14:30. End time.
Right. So the profit ride is when the immediate next ride's start location is same as your end location of current ride, right?
So we have to see with the help of seeing the time also. Yes. got it.
Right. I'll just join, then it will be clear. So I will join on d1.id equal to d2.id. So on id though I have to join because I need to look at the same driver, right? And sorry. And I will say d1 dot start underscore location equal to d2 dot d1 dot end location equal to d2 dot start location, right? Let me run this much only and let me select everything d1 dot star comma d2 dot star. Okay, I'm taking all the columns from both the tables and joining on only id and locations just. Okay, let's see what happens. So if you see, I'm getting 2 rows, right? The first row I'm getting is A, B, B, C. This is what I want actually. But this is also coming because its end location C is equal to start location. But it is not a profit ride, right? Because its end time is not equal to start time. But here we have end time is equal to start time, right? So I need to add one more condition and d1 dot end time equal to d2 dot start time. And then I will get only one row. Is it making sense? So this is the
Yes.
only profit ride. If it is not clear, let me know. I will put it in Excel, all the data, and explain again. But if it is clear, I will just skip that.
Hello. What if join only based on time?
Yeah, in this data it will work. But what I'm saying, if the time is same, doesn't mean the locations will also be same. But in this data it will work. Whatever data we are seeing, in that it will work. Yeah. But in general, I'm talking.
But end time and second start time, if same, then the location will also be same, like, right? Logically.
Okay, if you consider then yes.
If we are having different they are driving we have that so much of drivers, right? So on that time 2 or 3 drivers will be riding, right? So
Yeah.
it can be a same time, right? That time. So we can't able to join with the time also.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what is the exact question, but let's consider that it is not as necessary that end time and start time is same, the locations will be same. Let's consider for this question. But yeah, you can just join on this as well. But we are covering both the conditions. That the locations should also be same and time should also be same. Okay, for the profit rights. Is that okay?
One question.
Yeah.
Can't we put this location and time condition in where clause? Like inner join drivers D2 on d1.id is equal to d2.id.
We can do that. Good question. Let me do that as well. So what is the ask is we can just put this and put this in where condition, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
this will also work, but think about it. This is the order of execution, right? So what will happen if we do that is, first this much is executed, and then where condition will be executed, right? First join will happen, and then where will be executed, which means the performance wise it will not be good, right? So if I run this much only without where condition, you see there are more number of rows, 29 rows, right? Because there is a cross join happening. All the IDs are getting joined with all the IDs. So there were 5 records for D1. So 5 into 5, 25, and 2 records for this, 2 into 2, 4, so total 29. And after getting this, I'm putting a where condition. This will work definitely. But if I just put this condition here itself, everything will be done in join only. Right? Ultimately, they are all join conditions. So it is
Yes.
better to put here, right?
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Now another thing is, this we got profit right, but we need both the things, right? We need total rights as well as profit rights, right? So what I will do a left join now here instead of inner join, and let's see what is happening. So if you see from the table D1, I am getting all the 7 records, and only for this record I am getting the data, right? As per my join condition, only this row is getting joined, everything else is null. So that is the beauty of left join. You have got everything from the table 1, D1, right? And the matching data from D2, and everything else is null, isn't it? So now simply what I can do, I can take D1 dot ID as driver ID, right? Count of 1 as total rights. Now what I need to do to get the profit right, just tell me. I have to do group by D1 dot ID. Now what I should do here to get the profit rights?
Do a case count case. When this in the other table, D2 is not null.
Okay.
Take ID, like and then on the top of it, do a count.
Okay. Anyone else? Any simpler solution?
Where the end location is not null.
Okay. And they take a count, right? This end location is not null, right? This one from D2.
Yes.
Okay. Any column we can take for that matter, right?
Yes, yes, any column we can take.
From D2. Anything else? Think about it.
Directly
Just a basic
doing the count, because nulls are anyways not counted in count.
Exactly. So I can just say count of any column from D2 table, D2 dot, let's say ID, right? That's it. Because count function doesn't count null values. So if I take any column from D2 table, ID or start time, anything for that matter, and just take a count, it will give me 1. Because for driver 1, everything is null. So the count will be 1. For this guy, count will be 0. Remember, I have done group by also here because I am aggregating here on the driver ID. So I got the answer. Right? So this is so powerful, self join plus left join, right? It is a self join using left join, right? If you join this table with itself, it is called self join. No matter what kind of join you are using, inner join, left join, you can use anything. But it is a case of self join. There are other easier way of solving this question using some of the window functions we will learn in the future session. But using self join also, it is quite a well solution. The key is to put this join condition, right? We know that ID should be equal to ID, but these two conditions we have to think and put it. Are we good with this question? You want to try it, right? After today's session, just don't look at this and try it yourself again. Put the join conditions, put that table in the Excel and think about it. You know, this way your thinking will improve. Spend some good amount. Just don't right away write the solution. Just put the table in Excel 2 times. Think about it, how we are joining, what is happening. Put a join condition one by one and see what are the results. Then put all the conditions, aggregation, and see. The more you spend time on each questions, your thinking will improve. How to think about SQL, right? So don't be in a rush and just write SQL and finish it. Spend some good amount of time on this question. Okay. I hope we are good. Let's move on to the next question. The last one, right? So this question is not clear, some of you are saying. So what I want is basically, we are good with this, right? We can move on, or any doubt? Silence means okay.
Yeah, we can move.
Okay. So what I'm expecting, so we have this orders table, right? My expectation is, let's put this here. Hierarchy type, hierarchy name, total sales in west season, total sales in east season, which means I want, let's say hierarchy is category. So in category, I have technology, right? What else I have? Furniture, office supplies. So I want to see for technology, how much is the sales in west season? Let's say 2000, right? For technology category, the sales in west season is, let's say 2000. And then east season, let's say 1500. So this will be my first row. Second row will be again category office supplies. For office supplies, right? What is the sales in west season? What is the sales in east season? Right? That's what I want. Similarly for all the category. So this is my hierarchy type is category. And for that, if we have 3 or 4 rows, 3 or 4 rows will come. So if we have 4 kinds of technology category, then we will have 4 rows for technology, office supplies, furniture, whatever, right? Similarly, I want for subcategory. So we have subcategories. Now for each subcategory, I want total sales. So for example, if it is arts, right? Total sales of arts in west region, right? Similarly, in the east region. So this is my second kind of hierarchy. Third I want is category, subcategory, and ship mode. Again for ship mode I want. So third will be ship mode. So ship mode, right? And ship mode will be what we have, second class. So in second class, right, what is the sales in west season, what is the sales in east season? So this is how I want different rows, right? Is the question clear?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do for one, and then we will see how we can replicate for others, right? So let's start here. Select star from orders. Okay, this is there already. Now I want for category. So what I will say here, right? Okay, I want for category. So what I need to do, group by category, right? If I want sales for category, I will get category and sum of sales as total sales. So this I got for category, but for category also, for all these three category, I want only in west region and only in east region in separate columns. So what I have to do? I need to do case when. So case when region equal to west, then sales, right? And as total sales west region. Okay. Similarly, I need to do one more case when, and I will say case when region equal to east, then sales, total sales in east region, right? Okay, I think east and west, W is in capital. Okay, so we have got total sales in west region and east region, right? So this is done. So this part is done. Now one more. So this is my hierarchy name basically. Categories hierarchy name as hierarchy underscore name, right? I need one more column hierarchy type. So what I can do, I can say this is my category hierarchy type. So I will just say I am giving a literal value in single quotes as hierarchy type. Okay. Now I'm going to run this again. So this is my, this I got the first three rows which I wanted in my output. If you see, I'm taking this column, but it is not in group by. Earlier we said the column should be in group by, but this is a literal value, right? This is not a column. I'm just saying give me category. So in that case I can put, this is a literal value, right? There is no column as such. So it can simply give category for all the rows. It is not necessary I should put this in group by. If it is a column, then I have to put in group by. But this is a literal value I am giving in single quotes. So it is just giving me category, category, category. And this is my hierarchy name, which is nothing but the category column. And then total sales. Is this query clear? Or anyone has any doubt on this query?
No, it's clear.
Clear, right? Now I need to replicate this for subcategory. So I need to add more rows, right? For subcategory and ship mode, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what I should do?
Union.
Yes. Now tell me, should I do union or union all?
Union all.
Union all.
Why?
It doesn't matter in this case, Ankit. Because you'll be changing category to subcategory, right?
Right, but still what should I do? If you are there in my place, what you will do? Union all or union? If you have to choose one.
Union also. Because we do as there is no duplicates.
Right. So if I do union, it will still try to sort data and try to remove the duplicates. So there are no duplicates, but database doesn't know. If you give union, it will still go ahead and try to remove the duplicates, right? Which is a unnecessary step. We know that there won't be duplicate because hierarchy type will be different. Everything will be different, right? Then why to trouble database to ask him to remove duplicates? When you know there are no duplicates, always use union all. Okay. So now I'm using subcategory here, right? Subcategory is hierarchy name. And this is my hierarchy type. Again, this is a literal value. And this will be exactly same. We don't have to change anything here. And then group by subcategory. So if I run this, we will get.
There is a spelling mistake.
Where?
Subcategories.
Okay. Yeah, but it is a literal value, so it didn't give any other, right? It is not a column name. It is just a literal value. Column name is here.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So now if I run this with union all, I got 3 rows for category and whatever subcategories are there, I got rows for them, right? exactly same way I need to do for ship mode. So ship mode. And here again ship mode. And the sales will be same. So if I run this, I got the output, required output, right? For ship mode, there were 4 ship mode and I got the sales. Right? Now, one more thing is the column names which you are seeing will always be taken from the first query. So whatever column names I'm giving there, hierarchy type, hierarchy name, always in the output you will see only those names. So for example, if I change it to hierarchy type 1, hierarchy name 1 or anything, right? 1, I can name it as anything, right? There is no hard and fast rule. I can rename it to any column name, right? And let's say I'm changing here also 3, anything. The output that you will see, for that, the column names will be taken from the first query. You see? Column names are always coming from the first query. So it doesn't matter what column name you put in the second or rest of the queries. You can even remove this. Just take it as subquery. That's it. Right? You can just remove alias completely. Doesn't matter. It will still run. So the column names will be taken from the first query. If I change here, if I make it hierarchy type 1, then in the output you will see hierarchy type 1 everywhere. See hierarchy type 1 in the output. Right? So you have to make sure the column names you are giving in the first query should be proper. After that, it doesn't matter. But it is a good practice to have the same column names in all the queries. To have a good look and feel as a good practice. But I'm just telling that how it works. Okay. Are we good with this question?
Ankit, one question. What
Yeah.
if we need to map subcategories against the respective category, like for furniture, what all subcategories we have?
So I want to see category and subcategories both in the same row.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, then we have to do this, right? We have to have, so let's do it for one. We need to have both the columns in our query. So I will say category and subcategory. Right? Remove this and group by both. So basically what you are saying, I want a sales in the combination of category and subcategory, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I got it. Category, subcategory, and sales. Right? So for furniture, within furniture, there are multiple subcategories. But in furniture tables, this is the sales in West and the East region.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
the above question, like we have a same situation, like the same region sale. So if for the subcategory, if we need a region like South and all the columns names and all the columns name, as you said that it will be picked up from the first query.
Right.
So if I want the subcategories, the sale of the South region, so how we can create a separate column for the South? Do we need to add them on a first query?
first, second, all the queries. So what is the condition for union all? For union all, the number of columns should be same in all the queries, right? So if you have 4 columns in this query, first is varchar, second is varchar, third is number, fourth is also number. So in your all the queries, same structure should be maintained, right? Otherwise,
Yes.
union will fail. This is the
Yes,
first
otherwise
condition
union.
to use union.
Yes. So
Right.
so we need to enter all the condition in the first and repeat them in
Right.
all others.
Right. So if you want for south as well, you have to create one more column. Right.
Irrespective of what the what for what categories the questions is in, but we have to look at that perspective as well, that all the columns and all the things should be on a
Right.
equal.
Right. So let's say for some reason you just want, you don't want to show it, you want to show it only for ship mode, the south region sale, right? What you can do, you can just set as null for everyone else. So for category, you can just say null. Okay. And for this also, you can say null. Right. And then I can run this. So I'm getting null, right? For the category and the subcategory. For ship mode, I will have values. So if you want to show south sale only for ship modes, then you can do this. But query will accept your conditions only when the number of columns are same in all the queries. If you are doing a union or any set operation.
Okay.
Okay. You can put 0 or null, anything. You can even put 0. Okay. So we have null, we have zeros, whatever you put will come. Are we good here? Anyone, any doubt? Okay. Okay, let me introduce views here. Okay. So we have been seeing tables, right? Tables are like physical objects. So tables are like physical objects, right? You have all the data in these tables and you can run queries. You are seeing the results, right? Now there is another type of object called view. Okay. View can be considered as virtual table. Okay, let me show you and then I will tell you. So create table, create view. So for create table, we had this create table, right? I'm saying create view and I'm giving this as some name. So let's say view orders. I'm giving it as a name, VW_orders. We can give any name, but generally the good practice is if we are creating a view, there should be view_orders or orders_view. I mean, we should have VW somewhere in the name so that one can identify, okay, this is a view. Okay, but there is no restriction that what name you have to keep. You can keep anything. And then you can give a select statement, select star from orders, right? And I will just run this. Okay, so view is created, right? Now I can just run my select statement on view. So you see, I'm getting the same result, 9994. Now you will say, what is the advantage of it, right? So I created a view as select star from orders, and then I'm querying view instead of the table. But what is the advantage? So first of all, what you need to understand is, when I say select star from view, the order table is a physical object which has the data in the database, right? So this table has data. When I'm creating a view, it is just enveloping this query, right? That's it. The moment I do select star from orders view, what it is doing, it is going to this view, taking its definition and running this query, internal query, right? This object doesn't hold any data in the database. This holds just this select statement. So when you query a view, what it does, it ultimately goes into its definition and run the query. So if I just refresh here and I go to views, now this I starting seeing here, right? Orders underscore view, right? You can even see what are the columns and everything, right? But there is no data in this object. The data is in orders table only. There is no data in this object. It is just a structure and the definition. So if I right click and say script view as select, no, this is, I think we'll give just this. Let's take the definition of the view. Create, yeah. Okay, and if I paste it, see, this is giving me, this is the definition of the view. Create view, this as select star from orders. So this is the definition of the view. So if you have any view and you want to see what is the definition, what is the query within this view, you can just go here and say create to clipboard or file or anything. So it will just copy it and then you can see, right? Now, why these views are important? You will say, I can just directly query the order table. Why I need this view, right? So there are multiple advantages of views. So for example, let me drop the view. Drop view, or let's keep it for now. So let's say this is your query, right? This is your big query. You want to share this query with someone else in your team or other people. How you will share? You will just go copy this and send them email or whatever, right? So that they can also run and see the results, right? That's what you will do. Another thing is, what you can do, you can create a view. You will say create view orders summary underscore VW as this, right? And you will run this. So this view is completed, right? If I refresh, so this view is created now. So we have two views now, order summary and orders view. Now what you can do, instead of giving so big query to everyone, you can just give this view name and say you can use this view. Right? That's it. So you got the data, right? Remember, there is no data in this view as such. It is not holding any data. It is not taking any memory to store the data. The data is in the orders table. When I did select start from order summary view, internally what it is doing, it is going to the definition of this view. This is the definition and it is running this query basically ultimately. Right? It is just encapsulating this query. Right? It is just the envelope on this query. This database object is just the envelope of a query. Whenever you can select star from view, the internal table, the internal query within this view will be running every time. Every time you run this, every time that query is running, what we see up and giving you the result.
This can be only used to view the table. That's it. No changes can be done in this view also.
So if you have to change it, you have to again create the view again. You can drop the view and write a new query and create it again. Right?
Okay, so only one command works on this view, that is select to view
Yes.
the data.
Right.
Ankit, I had a question. Suppose if there is an incremental load happening now and then, okay, every now and then the incremental load is happening. So is
Right.
it the view is going to capture the base table records, or it will be the
Right.
same?
So anything it changes in orders, right? When you run this, it will again run on the orders table. So you will see the new data every time.
Okay, and if suppose the base table is dropped, then for example, if I have a shipment table and orders table, if the shipment table is dropped and the order table do exist, then what will happen to that query?
Blocked, you mean to say, what do you mean by blocked?
I mean, if there are two tables, we have made the joins, right? One
Okay.
is orders, another one is shipment. Let's say shipment and orders. So the order table does exist, and the shipment table is dropped. I mean, it's no longer exists now.
Then it will
So
give you
what
error. It will give you error. That table doesn't exist because ultimately it is running the query. And if the table is not there, it will throw an error. Right?
Okay. Okay. So it won't show that old records, right? Nothing like that.
No. That's what I'm saying. Every time you do select star, it is running the query inside this view. So if your inner query has something wrong, table is not there, then this will also fail.
Okay. Thanks, Ankit. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So this is the one advantage, that it is making things simpler. Instead of these big queries, you can just create a simple view and share with anyone else in your team, right? Or whoever you want to share with, your manager or teammate. Another advantage is, so we have this select star from orders, right? So if you see, there are different columns, right? We talk about row level security and all. So let's say we have different region, east, west, right? Where is that region column? This one, south, east, west, right? Now you have different regional managers in your company. So whatever sales is happening in south region, there is one regional manager separate and his team. There is a separate regional manager and his team in the west, right? And you don't want to share other regions data with them. You just want to share for the south region manager, you just want to share the south region data, right? What you can do, instead of giving this table, you can create a view, right? Create view, orders, south, view, as where region equal to south, right? So you have created this view and you create this view and share this view. Instead of table, you can just share this view and they will be able to see only south region data. Right? Only south is coming, 1620 those. So for the data security or row level security also, you can use view. Similarly, you can create 4 views for each of the region and you can give this view to individual regional managers. Right?
So we can apply any functions that we've been using, right? Joins or something in views, right?
We can use anything, whatever query you can write, right? Joins, aggregation, you can write anything and just envelope it in a views. Create view, view name as, and your query. It can be anything. Whatever you can write in select statement, you can write.
Okay. Ankit, one more thing. The difference between temp table and this view, I mean, is it
Yeah, we
something?
will come to the timetable.
Okay.
So timetable will hold the data. Okay. So if I give you answer in one line, the timetables will hold the data and views will not. Views are just running the query. Every time you query the view, it is running the query within this.
Okay.
Timetable we will create after CT. It will make more sense. Now it will not make sense why we are creating timetables, right?
Ankit, quick question. So
Yeah.
all the we are creating, it would be accessible to everyone, right? Who has access to database.
Right.
And they are not instance specific, right? I mean, even if I log out, they will be there. They are not like temporary tables, right?
No, they are database objects, right? If you see, they are created here. These are not temporary. These are database objects created, but it is just a envelope. It is not holding any data.
And the other question that I want to ask you, like, we should create them in case we have any repetitive query, right? I mean,
Right.
otherwise, if I'm
Otherwise,
doing
no point.
I'm doing a simple select versus a view, right? A view is not as efficient as a simple select query, right?
Right, you are right. But there won't be much difference because ultimately view is just running the similar query. So there won't be any impact as such. The purpose of views is if you are recurring query you have to run every week or you have to share with someone else, right? Then it becomes easy.
Just tell them go and like
Run the view, right? Instead of giving the big query, let's say you have a big query, tens of tables joined. Instead of maintaining that query in your notepad or somewhere, you can just create a view and leave it, right?
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah. Ankit, just one question here. Like, if I'm running the view, so ultimately I'm running the table only, right? So,
Right.
So the thing is, I should have a like permissions to run the query against the table, right?
Right.
Criteria.
Use permission to the table as well. Yeah.
Right. So in that case, suppose somehow I right click on the view and got the script, and I can run against the table, right, directly.
Yes, right. You can run.
Logically, yeah.
Logically, you can run. Right. You are right.
But how to restrict that if somehow if somebody wants to, let's say I'm giving access to let's say reporting layer people, right? So they are accessing the view. So I want to restrict them to don't to see the table or rather run any query against table. Is this possible somehow?
So there are ways of doing it, you know. So what you can do, you can create another table. I'm just telling you, okay. And you can say username and reason, right?
Right.
And you will have say Ankit, let's say South, and Rahul East, right? You can create this another static table, okay. And then when in the reporting layer, you will know which user is accessing the report, right?
Right.
You can filter on this table, right? Get the region and join this region with the orders table.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then they will see only those region data. So there are other ways of doing the row level security.
Got it. Got it.
Ankit, can't we use the grant command here to give the access to the particular user?
Yeah, so if I give grant command to view only, okay, and if the user is trying to run this query, ultimately this is also running. So we have to give grant to orders as well, right?
Okay.
If I just give to view and don't give to orders, error will still come, right? Ultimately, the query is happening on orders table. So that doesn't serve the purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So simple. Again, I will just summarize view. They are just the envelope on top of your queries. Every time you then select the star from view, every time it is running the query. It is not holding data. As soon as the orders table has some changes, some incremental load, deletes, updates, The moment you run it next time, you will see the data as per the new data in orders table. Okay. So they are not occupying any space as such, but they are database objects. Once they are created, they are created. If you want to drop it, you can just drop it. Drop view, view name, like the way you drop table, right? But if you drop the view, it is not dropping the table. But if you drop the table, the view is of no use. So if I drop the orders table, then this will also start giving me error that orders table is not available. Okay.
Ankit, can this view be created with the tables in different databases?
Yes. Yeah. So how do we access the different database table, right? So let me show this. So we have select star from master. So I have another database master, right? Master dot DBO is the database there. EMP table, right? So from Namaste SQL, I'm accessing the another database which is master in my system. So master is one of the system database already present, right? So if I have to access a table from a different database, I have to give the database name dot schema name dot table name, right? So I'm able to execute a table from master. Let's try to create a view and see. So create view. I think we should be able to create it. Let's see. EMP master as this. Okay. It is there. So if you see, view will be created here in the Namaste SQL. Refresh it. So we have EMP master, but it is referring to a table in the master database. So it is possible. So the answer to your question is yes, we can create. And this obviously we can join with any table in Namaste SQL database, or we can do anything. So we can basically join two tables or do anything between two databases. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any other doubt here? Are we good with the views?
Yes.
Yes, Ankit.
Okay. Now let's look at a few more things here. So we have been talking about these joins, right? And different types of queries. And when we were discussing about constraints, right? When we were discussing about constraints, we saw that there was one constraint I was telling you, reference, right? Reference constraint. Referential integrity constraint, I think. And I said when we will discuss joins, after that I will discuss this, right? So let's discuss it today. So let's go to the create table statement again. So select star from employee, right? I have this employee table, okay, and select star from. Okay, so if you see in the employee table, right? In the employee table, we have a department ID 500, right? This department ID is not present in the department table, right? So this department ID 500 is not present in the department ID table. But ideally, this should not happen, right? If an employee is joining, he should belong to one of the department, right? And all your department should be available in your department table, isn't it? Right? So all the employees, all the department, this is a master department table. All of your department should be available in this table. So all the employees who are joining should belong to one of these departments. How come this 500 is coming, right? So there is something wrong. So if you want to restrict this, right, that you should have employees only from these departments, you can use differential integrity. What you can say that this column of employee table should refer to department ID of department table, right? If it is not, then it should throw an error. Okay, we'll see this in action. So I have this department table. I will create another EMP table. So I have employee ID, integer, employee name, let's say where time, and I will take just department ID now. Right, department ID is integer, sorry. Francis. So now I have to give constraint here. How do I give constraint? Generally, let's say I have to give not null. So I will give not null, right? Here, if you remember, if I have to give check constraint, I will give check and then in bracket the condition, right? If I have to give primary key, I can give primary key, right? So this is how I give constraint. Similarly, for the department ID, if I want that this department ID should refer to some other table, right? Then I have to give constraint here, right? So difference is department tables. So our table name is DEPT department ID. Not sure if the syntax is right. Okay. Now another thing is that the department, the column which we are referring should be a primary key, right? So when I'm creating this, it is giving me error. There are no primary key or candidate keys in the reference table department that matches the reference column list in foreign key, right? So it is saying that this column is not a primary key, right, in the department table. So when I'm referring a column from different table, that should be a primary key. Otherwise, I cannot push this differential constraint. Okay, so what I will do, I will go and create this table as a primary key. I will create. Okay, so I will go here, go to department and keys. There are no keys, right? If I right click here, I cannot create. Okay, so I'll say alter table, TEPT, add constraint. Let's say primary key as primary key. Department ID. So I want to make this column as department ID. What is the error there? Let me see. Add primary key constraint. Okay, alter table this, add primary key, alter table this, add constraint this primary key. Okay, I need to put this in bracket. Okay, so this column should also be not nullable, right? So I have to make it as add constraint. Let's say not underscore null. I will just explain what I'm doing. Okay. Not null. Not null constraint. Alter table this, modify column this, not null. Okay. Column. Okay. Okay, so what I have done, so to make a column primary key, it should be not nullable. So we discussed that primary key cannot have not null, cannot have null. Now, once I do this, I need to add this as primary key. So I'll say alter table, this, add constraint, right? Add constraint, and I will give constraint name. So I can give anything, primary key, right? Primary key, department ID. Okay, so now we are able to do it. I'll just quickly refresh it. And if I go to keys, I have a primary key, right? If I go to constraint, it is not showing any constraints. But we have this constraint, right? It should be not null. And we have this primary key. Now, if I run this statement again, I'm able to run this because the department ID is a primary key now. So I can use this as a differential integrity constraint. Now, let me insert some data in this table, employee table. So insert into EMP values. So what all we have? Employee ID 1, comma, 100, right? Right, one row of act, which means there is one row now. If I try to query this, select star from EMP, as well as what I will do, I will just show you the department table as well. Select star from DEPT, right? So we have department ID 100 and 100 is also there. So no issues. Let me try to insert one more value here. And this time I'm inserting 500. Okay. Let's see what will happen. It is giving error. The insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint, this. So this is also called foreign key constraint, right? Why it is happening? Because in the definition of this table, EMP table, I'm saying that department ID should reference to this. So this is a foreign key for this table, right? Anything going into this column should be part of department ID in this table. If the value is not present, it will give me error, right? Right. So if I want to put a constraint that I have another master table, right? And the values in this table should always match with any one of the value of master table, then I have to give this referential integrity constraint, and the key which is it is referring to is called foreign key, right? Is it okay? So I'll just explain what I did. So when I was trying to do this, it said that this is not a primary key. So which means the column which I'm trying to refer should be a primary key. So I went and tried it making as a primary key. But when I'm creating it as primary key, it says that it is not a not null column. So I made it as a not null column because primary key cannot have null value. So I have to define it as not null when creating table. So I just altered the table and made this as not null. Once I was able to create it as not null, then I was able to make it as primary key. And when I was able to make it as primary key, then I was able to run this statement, right? And now I can insert data for department ID 100, 200, 300, 400, whatever department IDs are present here, right? Let me insert one more value here now. Insert into DPT values. Now I will put back 500, right? Operations, let's say. That's it. Now, if I run this, now it will run. See, it was earlier giving error, but it is successful now. Why? Because 500 is available now in department table. So this is called referential integrity constraint. Is this clear? What is this referential integrity constraint and what is this concept of foreign key?
So,
this,
yeah. So it means before, so when we are applying this rule, so we always need to ingest data first into foreign the other table and then into the
right. Exactly. Very good point. So if there's no data in this table, we cannot have any data in this table as well, right? So whenever you have a master table, you know, you have to load data in your data warehouse into the master table first, and then rest of the table. Otherwise, you cannot insert any value in this table, right?
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what if you want to insert null values in employee table?
Let's try this. So if I insert null
In employee table, sir.
in employee table, okay. Let's try to insert null. It is working. So null is working because you have not given not null constraint, right? Null is working, but any other value will not go. Uh, 300 is there, is it?
Yes.
Department. Okay, 300 is there, right? Yeah. So null will go. Yeah, this is a differential integrity problem. So null can go, or the value should be from your master table, differential integrity table. But obviously you cannot have null here, right? Because this is a primary key. It has to be not null. But in this table, you can put null.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any other question on this? If you want that null should not be present here, you can again put not null constraint, right? So when you are creating this table, you can say not null as well. So you cannot insert null values as well in that case. Right? If I try to insert null here, now it is giving me error, right? Cannot insert null values into the column. I hope it is clear. It is an important concept. Generally, in the analytical systems, we don't put all these constraints. But in the transactional system, it is important to put constraint, right? Because see, these constraints and all will definitely reduce our efficiency to insert data. Every time I'm inserting this record, right? Database has to check that is this department ID belong to this table or not, right? So this is the extra work we are giving to database, that every time I'm inserting a record, it has to check, right? So in analytical database where we load lots of millions of records, we don't put all these kinds of constraints. We have to make sure that whatever data is coming is right, or at the SQL level we have to handle. But where we are loading millions of records, we don't put these kinds of constraints because of performance issues. But in transactional systems, like you are doing something, purchasing something on Amazon or bank transactions, it is important to maintain this integrity, put all these constraints, so that no junk data or wrong data is going into your table. Okay.
I have one question here. Let's take suppose on the department table somehow, on the operation department name, I want to change the department ID, update, like operation is to go 600. So will that affect to the employees which are there on the corresponding employee table? They will be auto updated, or you need to manually update that also?
No, so if I do this, let's try to do this. So we have 100 now here, right? Let me add one more row. Let me add 500, right? Okay, now we have this data. Let's look at the data again. This is a very good question. So we have, okay, that's fine. So we have employee ID, Ankit and Namesh. It is duplicated, that's fine. 100, 500. Now let me try to delete this, right? So this is trying to it is referencing this, right? If I delete this, what will happen? I mean, it has to maintain this integrity, right? If I delete this integrity will be lost. So what will happen if I try to delete it? What do you guys think? Will it delete the data?
It will not allow
It will not allow, it will give error.
Right. It is giving error. The delete statement conflicted with the constraint, right? So it will not allow you to delete. So if you want to delete, first you have to delete from the employee table.
No,
right?
what I'm question is, if I update that, let's take update.
If you update also, it will give you same error, right?
Okay.
You are violating the integrity, right? Right, that's what you want to do.
Correct.
Again, you are violating the integrity, right? So again, it is giving the same error.
Okay, if somehow I wants to do this and
then you have to first delete the data from employee table or remove the integrity, this constraint. Any one of this you will have to do. Are we good on this? Completely? Very important concept. From the interviews point of view also, it is important.
How can we make like two keys using this? Like from the other table, we are referring to two keys instead of one key. Is it possible? Like
Yeah, we can give one more column here. Department ID, comma, that's a department. No, two keys you mean to see what? So this is one column. So you will have to refer to one column only, right?
Okay. Oh, but meanwhile, let's say we don't have any common keys and we want to create any additional key while creating that foreign keys in the other table. Is it possible here also? Like incrementing one additional key and then giving it into the other table as a reference, like a surrogate keys, like we have.
So you want to create a foreign key constraint with two columns, right?
Yeah, that was the first thing. If we don't have any, the two other columns, can we create one additional incremental column from our own and then create a relationship between the tables? Is it possible?
Yeah, we can do that. So you are saying in the department table, basically, I will have another column, which will be an incremental column, and that we can use it here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you are creating this table, department table, right? Let's do this. Create table DPT1, let's say. Okay. So we have department ID and department name, right? Now here only you will have to create one more column, let's say ID, right? That's what you are saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and there is a concept of identity. Identity. I don't remember the syntax. So what will happen when you insert data in this table? It keeps on increasing. It gives incremental value. Let me check the syntax.
I think it would be 1, 1. You can initial it with by 1 and you can increment it by 1. It's up to you.
That is it, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. What is the other?
Last bracket. We need to close varchar in them.
Okay. Okay. So what I will do now, insert into DPT1, right? And I'm going to insert it department ID, comma, department name, values, 1 HR 300. Okay, now if I look at the department table, 1. So you see, 1 is already automatically coming. I didn't give anything, right? So it is automatically creating an incremental value. It is saying start from 1 and increase it by 1, 1, 1. So if I insert one more row, 200, 10, I will have 2 for the second row. So it is a auto increment ID, right? I can make it as primary key, not null, and then I can refer it in the employee table if I want.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I can make it 2. If I make it 2, then it will be like 1, 3, 5, right? So this is the starting and this is the increment. So it is 1, 1 is the best thing, right? You just want an incremental number. Thanks for bringing this. So we covered this as well, identity. Let's see if I don't give this, will it work? If I don't give this, will it work or not? It's working. So it identified that first column is identity. So it inserted in the second and the third column. This is also working. If I try to give myself, will that work?
No.
It wouldn't work. So it will automatically put the first column by itself, the ID column. You cannot put value. So you can just ignore this column and put other values. It will automatically fill. You can just insert values as this column doesn't exist. It will automatically insert this. So you can just give 200 and analytics and it will take second and third column automatically. Okay, let's see the last thing, that can we create constraint on 2 columns, foreign key constraint, right? Key constraints. Let's see. I don't think we can create. I don't think we can create, but I can just check. Okay, it is giving alter table this, add constraint this, foreign key this, references this. Okay, I think we can create it. Let's do this quickly.
I think like okay, that primary key also should be multiple.
Yeah, right. So we have to make the primary key as let's say I want to make this as a foreign key, right? So I have to make the primary key as combination of department ID and department name, and then I can make
Right.
foreign key constraint on 2 columns, right?
Right.
Because the first condition is on whatever you are trying to create foreign key should be a primary key of the table, right? So I think we can do this then. Yeah, you can try it yourself. So you create a department table and you have to make primary key as combination of department ID, department name. Then you create an employee table. An employee table keep both department ID, department name, and try to add the foreign key constraint using 2 columns. Then it will work. Okay. So here I gave foreign key constraint while creating the table, right? So that day also we discussed that either we can give here or later we can alter also. So if you want to add foreign key constraint using alter table, you have to give like this: alter table, add constraint, and then foreign key references this. So this is your key in your table, and this is the reference table on which table you are referencing. So table name and column name. Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Try to create foreign key on the 2 columns, right? And yeah, I will give some more questions. And from tomorrow, we will start some advanced concepts like subqueries, CTs, right? And then going forward, window functions. So if anyone was waiting for the advanced concepts to start, so this is the time. Tomorrow we will start, and then once we cover that, we will have a lot of questions to solve. So make sure you all join all the sessions from tomorrow so that if you have any doubts, you can ask immediately. And that is the whole purpose of live classes, right? If you're not joining live classes, you won't be able to ask your doubts, right? And it is as good as buying some recorded course. So make sure you join the live classes, clear your doubts. We will have doubt sessions also alternate weekends. But it is a good that you join the live classes, right? It gives you more opportunity to ask your doubts. Okay, that is it for today, guys. I will send few more questions. So nothing much new we covered today. We just covered views and the constraint. There is not much questions will be on view. It is just a concept. Also not much on this. You can just create some foreign key constraint. That's it. But I will be giving more questions to practice. So yeah. Thanks for joining. Let me check what is there. Self join. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Ankit,
Yeah.
actually, I've been facing a lot of issues, okay, while downloading SQL 2019. Can I download some other version, maybe something else? Because it is not getting downloaded in my Windows 10. It is not getting downloaded in my Windows 11. So it's a real problem for me now.
So SQL Server you are trying to install, right?
Correct.
So you installed which version? 19, right?
Yes.
Is it 64-bit?
Yep.
And what is the error you are facing?
Earlier I was facing some other error, okay, which I even wrote in Telegram as well. And in my Windows 10 PC, I am facing the error stating that 2017 redistributable C++ is not there. I downloaded it from the official website as well. Okay, the link was provided there only, but still it says that no, it is not there. I don't know why.
So generally, if it is not there, all the dependencies will be installed as part of, SQL
Even
Server
if
installation.
I'm just saying let's consider that it was not installed. So I installed from the website, which was shown over there. Okay, they displayed the website. Go to this website and download that. So I already did download that as well, but still the problem is same.
Okay. Okay, others can drop off if you want. Can you show that, Ome? We can just discuss.
Yes.
Others can drop off.
So I have the same question like that only.
Okay.
Hey, you have disabled the share screen. Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Let me make you.
I mean, I've been trying quite a lot.
You should be able to do now.
Sure. Let me try. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So Anurag, all the questions are available on the portal. So for each folder recordings, if you go, there will be a zip file. In that we have notes and everything.
Yeah, I know that, Ankit, but I've been trying quite a lot. Okay, I am working as well, so whenever I get time, I sit with it. But still, it takes up a lot of time because I've been facing this issue quite a lot now. I mean, whether it's my new PC, whether it's my old PC, some problem I'm getting. I don't know why it is
No,
like
no,
this.
I'm answering to Anurag actually. Anurag had a
Oh,
question.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that you were telling me.
No, he was putting on meeting chat. So I was just telling that everyone is on,
Oh, okay,
everything is
fine,
on the
fine,
portal.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Ankit, I had a few more questions.
Yeah.
To you. Ankit, recently I completed my DP203 certification as well. So, I mean, Azure DP203 certification. So, Ankit, one question was there for this one. Okay, see, the certification will expire after 1 year, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
But still, some people are saying that, even if it gets expired, then also it has some value. Is it like that, or else we need to take up the exam once again and get it completed somehow?
See, that I will tell you how
Okay.
certifications help, right? So when you are giving an interview, right, interviewer will ask some questions, right? Even if you have certified and you are not able to answer it, will they take you? No,
No,
right?
correct.
They will
Correct.
not take you. Ultimately, you have to clear the interview. Now, certification will help you in getting shortlisted. So there are hundreds of resume. HR will see, okay, this guy has done certificates. Let's shortlist him, right?
Correct.
That is it. That is it. So even if it is expired, you can put in your resume that you are Azure certified. That is it. Nothing else. Nobody is going to check you when it is expiring or what.
So, yeah, that is something which I wanted to actually.
Yeah. So if you have cleared it, it means you know it. And that is it. You don't have to do it again.
Oh, oh, that sounds really good. Ankit, I mean, can you see that over here?
Yeah. Yeah.
This same error I'm getting, but still I'll show it to you for your confirmation.
So
I'll
you
show it.
installed it from there, that link?
Already, Ankit. I already did. I already did.
So maybe I think what you have to do, did you restart your system after that?
I did, Ankit. I
Okay.
did.
Okay.
I have done every possible thing. Yeah. I already did that. Let me show it to you. See, Microsoft New Distributable 64 and 86 both got downloaded.
Okay. You needed only one, I think 64, or which one you
I did not
needed?
download it. I just went to this website that is being displayed over here. Okay, I just clicked on this website. There was only one, and I just downloaded it. That's all.
Did you try to Google it?
Yep. They said that this one is not there. It should be downloaded, and the same website would give, and the same website link was given over there as well. So it's a really tough situation for me, and I don't know how to resolve it now.
Can you try some other version of SQL Server?
Sure, Ankit.
Maybe 2017 or something. Before 2019, what was the version? Try that once.
Here, I guess there will be only 2019, correct, Ankit?
Yeah, but you will have options of other versions, right? Somewhere. Just go. 2014, maybe you can try. Just see the history once. Yeah, we will see just before 2019 what was there. 2017. Yeah. Just put install SQL Server 2017 in the Google. Yeah. 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 You can go to the first link. Yeah, just download. Download option is there, na? Yeah. Quickly you can try this. Yeah. Shantanu, are you also trying?
So my problem is different, Ankit. Actually, hello. I have
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
everything and it's like installed also, but it's not running. I mean, it's showing like error.
Okay. You are able to create tables and all, right?
Yeah. So the table has created already with the orders name, and when I'm trying to select star from orders table, showing me invalid object name orders. I'm sending you a screenshot. Just a second.
Okay, let's solve this, then we can move on to your system.
Yeah. Hope I'm not taking your much time. I mean,
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe meanwhile, when this is happening, you can share your screen, right? Let me give you
Yeah.
Shantanu. Yeah, you should be able to share it now. Yeah, I can see your screen, Shantanu.
Yeah. So here the table is created. You can see on the left hand side, tables is there. Order table.
Okay, I think your this is case sensitive. Can you do one thing?
Yeah.
Right click on the orders table. Right click on the orders table.
Yeah,
Just
done.
say rename. Yes.
Okay.
Make it small. O small.
Oh, small.
Orders. Everything is small.
Okay. Okay.
Orders. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now run. Select star from orders. O should everything in small.
Okay.
Execute this. You are running in master. Change it to Namaste SQL on top left. Master it is. Top.
Yeah.
No, top. You are seeing master up.
This one.
Left hand side up. Left side.
Acha. This one you are saying.
Shantanu, below file view query, there is master written, right? हाँ यहाँ पे नीचे master लिखा देख रहा है.
Oh, okay.
So you are running in the master database, but
set.
your
Oh,
table is
oh,
in
sorry.
this. Yeah, now run this. Now
I'm
it is
so
running.
sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like a
No
mistake.
problem.
It was like a
No
silly
problem.
mistake. Also.
It happens. Right. I think you have inserted multiple times, so it is showing 19,000. 2 times I think you have inserted.
Yeah. Maybe I have to delete it and then like have to do it again. I think, right?
Okay, that's fine. It is working now. You can
Yeah.
maybe delete the data and insert again, whatever. So what happens is, if your system is case sensitive, you have to make sure everything you give in is small, right?
Okay.
So your column names are in small, which is fine, and table name is also small. So it is absolutely fine now.
Okay. Got it.
You just have to make sure you don't have. So you have 2 tables, 2 times you have inserted. So just
Yeah.
clean
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah, Umair, what is happening your side?
And for the return table, I have to make a different table or I have to make it on the same actually. If I'll do the return right now, so now it will run. I mean,
So return is there, right? Yeah, return is there. It will work. Yeah, it is like return dollar. The table name you have created is return dollar. Maybe you can rename it to return.
okay.
Yeah, just run this now. Yeah,
it's
it's
fine.
running. Yeah, this is right. 296 rows are only there, so this is fine. There are no duplicates.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Umair.
Yeah. Actually, it's almost done. I'll just share my screen quickly.
Okay. Hopefully this should work.
This should ideally, after this only I'm getting error. So if you could hold a little longer.
Yeah.
That's not an issue for you, right?
That's fine.
You're free, huh? I mean, no, because I can understand you have work as well. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I can wait. No problem.
Ankit, are there some bugs or something like that in SQL Server 2019? I'm very sure. I mean,
Not sure what is the issue with 2019. Ideally, somehow it is not able to detect that that C++ is installed. Somehow, I thought restarting should help.
But I already
Sorry?
I already restarted my
Yeah, that's odd. But that is also not helping. Not sure, maybe. We'll have to dig deep on that. But if this works, should be fine because there's not much difference in 2017 and 19.
delete it.
So I think once this is installed, you will get option to install SSMS as well, right?
Yeah, I know. I actually know the process as well. But after this one only, I'm getting errors. But it's fine if you want to go. It's fine. I'll keep you updated through Telegram as well.
Yeah, but this should happen now. It is almost done, I think.
Yeah, it should. Ankita,
It is done. Yeah, it is done.
It is done. So install SSM.
Yes. Yeah, it should work now. Amit.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else has anything to discuss now?
Ankit, can you just tell me which one to download? This one.
Yeah, you can download this one. Yeah.
Thanks for your help. I mean, from here on, I'll take it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day. You too. Bye.